I lost 180 pounds on a meat-focused way of eating, and here's what I ate today. Hello, happy Monday. It's lunchtime. I'm telling you what, it's cold out there, y'all. Did I bring a spoon? I thought I didn't bring a spoon. I'm so glad I've grabbed a spoon from inside. Go, Terri. Go, Terri. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Anyway, so I have some of my spoons. I think I'm going to crack this door. It's like one of those days where it's cold outside, so it feels nice and toasty inside my car. So what do we have for lunch today? Well, let me just tell you. We have a salad. Look at that. Ain't that pretty? Ain't that pretty, fool? It is. Ooh, I can smell this cabbage. This is actually one that I made last week. So people say, why do you use cabbage? Because I've had it last 14 days before it started getting soggy. So this is that case. Now the tomatoes, I put in them the night before. So let's see. That crunching. I'm taking another bite. I don't care what you say. Hang on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bob. That's some dang good stuff, Maynard. Now this, when I went to Walmart Saturday, I had on my list, it was that blend of ground beef and ground pork. So I made third-pound patties. I made 3 patties out of it. It was 1 pound. So that's what this is. It's a beef and, gosh, that's hard to say. A beef and pork burger. And I've got some ketchup and some like no sugar added pickles. Yes, sir. I better take one more bite. Because I don't know you people. That's my lunch. You know, I've been eating my way for so long. And the types of foods I eat. My sister was in town. And yesterday, we were eating. And I'm like, how many meals a day do you eat? I'm curious. She said, well, she's a gym rat and like very into her health and fitness and plays pickleball and stuff like that. So she was saying that she eats like a yogurt, a fat-free yogurt or sugar-free yogurt for breakfast around 9 something. And then she eats her lunch around 1 something. And then she'll have like maybe some pretzels in between there. And then I think she eats pretzels while she's cooking her supper. But what her lunch is, she buys those, those meals where you don't have to go shopping. You just say, oh, I want this kind of meal. And then they send her the food, but then she has to cook it. So what she does is she cuts everything in half. She gives her husband a half of a portion. Then she takes that half portion and divides it into 2. So then for supper, she eats a fourth of a portion of it, with, the whole thing. And then the next day at lunch, she eats the other fourth of that. So that's kind of her eating routine. But then she has pretzels and and vegetables and stuff in between too. But anyway, I just find it so fascinating to hear how other people eat, because I've ate my way for so long and I eat such big portions. And I logically know, I see it, and to my brain, it's the right portion. But I see my portions. And then like yesterday we went to eat. My sister only ate half of the wrap with some veggies. And I'm like, that wouldn't do nothing but just make me mad. So I just find everybody's way of eating neat. So that's why I could definitely follow somebody that's vegan or vegetarian and I follow carnivores. I just love learning how other people eat and what works for them, because I know what works for me, somebody who's messed up my metabolism. what works for me would not necessarily be needed for somebody who didn't mess up their metabolism. Like both my sisters, they didn't have the food issues that I have. So for them, they can eat carbs and it's not affecting them in a negative way. They're super healthy and they do their annuals and all that stuff. My sister, even other sister, had some kind of a scan that was supposed to kind of check all the kind of checking, I think it was a calcium scan. Anyway, it was a scan to see how her, how the calcium buildup was. And they said she had that of a prepubescent teenager. So, so she's healthy. So, anyway, I just love hearing how other people eat. But by the way, update on the nails. I put them on, Lord, I don't even know what day it was. I know it's been, I think I put it like on a Monday or Tuesday. I need to go back and look. But anyway, they've been on over a week, and I just had to replace these two. When I was at Angie's the other day, now this has nothing to do with how well they're going to stick. I just wanted to experiment with her dip polish. And so you could tell these nails, I did on just this hand, these nails are thicker than my thighs. But then this hand, let's see, I used dip acrylic and then some gel polish, and it just made it too thick. It's just built up way too thick. So, because what I was trying to do was think about it in the future, after I've got all the nails I have, all the press-on nails, in the future, I wouldn't mind using like, a builder gel on my nails along with like a gel polish. So I've kind of thought, okay, well, I wanted to try just gel polish on these tips. So the reason why is the tops of them scuff, because I buy the cheapy kind. Okay, please know that I just buy the $5 kind. I was not going to spend a bunch of money on something that I'm just kind of playing around with. So, but I felt like the tops of them scuff. So I wanted to try her base gel polish and then the top coat gel polish. And that's what I did last Thursday when I was at her shop. And that seems to be holding up really well on these two nails, the colored ones. They're not scuffed or anything after all the work. The Susan and I this weekend were picking and hauling and pushing and stuffing. And these have stayed on very, very well. So I really do like that acrylic method. I have watched a couple of videos about how to get the acrylic bead, because I think that I was wiping off too much liquid, and I think then I would dip it in more liquid, and I think anyway, so I want to learn the right way to put on acrylic. But I think it was these two that came off. So for these 5, 6, 7, these 8, they've been on and done great. So my thought process is this weekend, I'll soak them off. I watched a video of a girl. She said she does one at a hand at a time because she's too me, and that makes sense. So I'll take acetone on a little cotton thing, and then I'll wrap aluminum foil around it, and then I've got these clamps. So then I'll just do one hand, then I can play on my phone with my other hand, and then do this, and then when it's done, do this hand and have my other hand free, because I don't think I could sit still for 20 minutes without having a hand free. I'm just too fidgety. So anyway, all right, well, I'll talk to you later. Bye. All right, so here's what we got for supper. This is chicken, 2 eggs. Mom sent me home some queso cheese, and I've got some rutabaga and onions, just kind of mushed it all together. This is pistachio and the Equip Prime mix with peanut butter and caramel, and then 1 apple. So that's kind of some of my leftovers. So that's what I'm having for supper. Hang on. We're down to the final coat. And I don't know what all I've told you all, but I originally did 2 semi-gloss coats, but it was just not very good. So then I did a satin top, and I saw this video. I'm looking to see if we can see the shine. I saw this video of this guy who, hang on, come on, fella, who works with wood, and so there is definitely a shine on it. He said that what he prefers to do is 1 coat of satin. Because I was looking, what's the difference? What's better? He said he prefers to do 1 coat of satin and 2 coats of semi-gloss. And I just feel like, yes, it's covered, but I still feel bumps of wood that's like still sticking up. So we're going to do 1 final sanding, and then we're going to use this semi-gloss and call it done. So I know you all had said go with the grain, so I'm kind of just going with the grain. I've done this, well, I guess this will be the, let's see, so we did 2 semi-gloss, 1 satin, and 1 semi-gloss. So now this will be a semi-gloss. So it will have 5 coats on it. I just want to make sure that I'm not, ruining anything, whenever I set things on it. But let me tell you what I'm awful about. Oh, this morning I looked and there was one of my hairs right here. Not even a dog hair. I could understand if it was a dog hair. Yep, it was a Terri hair. Mom said, oh, you should put your hair up tonight when you do it. Put it in your bonnet. Ain't nobody got time for that. But anyway, so this is the last coat. I'm going to kind of go 1 more, and then we're going to wipe it off, and then we're going to, I know I said I was going with the grain, didn't I? Well, shut up. All right, now I need to get a paper towel. We're going to wipe it off. And then we're going to do the final coat of the, semi-gloss. So we're going to wipe this booger off. There really is not a lot of dust whenever I buff it like that. I noticed that last night. There's just not a lot of dust after buffing it. And I really like that it's kind of shiny, but not like super shiny, so I'm really excited. So now I got my stuff right over here. Now, what I found, please know, I ain't no professional. Don't be listening to what I do. Don't be doing what I say I'm doing, for heaven's sake. Callie! If you listen to me, then that's your first mistake. All right. So what I did was, I just went, oh, that might be a little bit much. I did get too much last night, and what I did was I just kept, it kind of slowly got harder and harder. So then I just kind of kept rubbing and rubbing and rubbing. What I found is whenever I use the roller brush, it's like it makes bubbles. But, all right. Oh, I need another paper plate. Hold on. Hold her, Newt. Gotta have a paper plate. All right. So I do that, and then I get out my little roller brush, and I go back and forth. Buddy, there's no food on that. No, there's no food on it. Unless you found something on there. There might be some spices or something. But this way, if I go on and get this done, then it's done, and I'll just be able to be, I'll be able to use it this weekend, because today is my, what is today? Today's my Monday. I think I might have got a little too much on here. But today is my Monday, so I feel like it will sit and congeal enough and be ready for me to use it this weekend. So, but by me kind of working it like this, it seems like it eventually kind of thinned out. So I'm going to run it there, and now we're going to take this right here and then do that. And I'll kind of get the edges of it. Yeah, I know you professionals are going to be rolling your eyes at me. But there's like little bubbles on it. There's little bubbles. And on the top of it. So now let's kind of come down here a little bit. Work this and work you. And then what I kind of kept going back and forth and back and forth. And at the tail end, as it was kind of getting harder, I guess it was kind of like congealing, so to speak. And so as it was doing that, it kind of started thickening up. So it started spreading, and I didn't have to like scoop any off or anything. I know I'm going the wrong way. Don't be looking. I'm just trying to kind of smear it around first. Get the edge. Get the edge. By the way, you all know that I probably had just as much of this polyurethane on the floor as I do on this thing. But you know, it's all right. So this is what I do. I just kind of stand and go back and forth. Back and forth. Make sure I get it all over. Oh, wait a minute. Hold her, Newt. Hold her, Newt. Underneath and the side. We're going to take a pause because I need a bite because I am on my deathbed. Oh, nope. That's too hot. That girl is a hot mess. Callie! I swear I think she has Alzheimer's. Sammy's not feeling too swift. You know, he's got the croup and cough. So I called the vet. They are going to get him in Thursday because there's a chance that it might be kennel cough. He has to go at the end of the day. They have to, I got my heater on and it sure is working. Callie! That girl. Anyway, so they're going to let him in. He's going to be seen Thursday at the end of the day. So after I kind of make sure I got it kind of spread out all over him, what I did then was I took the brush and I just kind of made, oh my goodness, that girl. Callie! She needs a written invitation. That heater's blowing right on me. Ma'am, listen, ma'am. We ain't got time for that kind of nonsense. What this does is it kind of gives it more of a not that bumpy. It kind of smooths out that bumpy look. But I still trust the process. Trust the process. And then I'm going to run it along the bottom again. Make sure there's no drippy drips. Because I do not want a drippy drip. Or like any drainage or top, like it dripping down from the top. Has anybody else had to turn their heater on yet? Today's the first day I've turned mine on. I don't even think it got up to 70 today, Mom said. So, I don't know. Have y'all turned your heater on? I guarantee you Nona Grace has probably turned her heater on. God love her, she lives in New York. I'm going to turn this down one notch. You know what's funny? During the day, I have it set on 72 in the summer, okay? I think it's odd how something can feel like, 72 in the summertime is way different than 72 in the summer, or in the winter. Because I just had that on 68, and that heat was blowing on me, and making me hot. 'Cause I'm hot-blooded, check it and see. Got a fever of 103. Hot-blooded, 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 hot-blooded. Check it and see. You know what? I'm going to get in trouble from YouTube because I am singing. The way you get in trouble is if you, is not get in trouble, but the copyright strike is if you have music in the background or you're playing music and it's like a song that's like, on the radio. But I sing so good. Now, singing a song doesn't normally cause issues, but I sing so good that I think YouTube is going to be like, girl, you are going to get copyrighted because you have that original music playing in the background. I'm going back with this one because I just don't like those bubbles that roller makes. So I'm just kind of going back and forth. Y'all are seeing real time. So whenever we're using that this weekend, we're gonna be like, go Terri, go Terri. I saw you do it. I saw you do it. Go Terri. But yeah, it's funny. I feel it kind of thickening up a little bit. It goes from being like water to pancake batter to being a little bit more like pudding. All right, so now what I need to do, I'm gonna look through it and make sure I don't see any like places where I have not swiped across it. Like I see little divots, like little bubbles, but not places where I didn't swipe across. So that's it. That's gonna be the final coat. And you guys, like I said, that's that. So now, but I'm still gonna put the, oh, wait a minute. I should probably check this bottom one more time. These brushes, I'm gonna go ahead and put them in my freezer just in case, since I don't really know, I don't trust myself. And so, because I've been keeping them in my refrigerator. Got the refrigerator. I guess the bubbles will go down. We'll see. All right. So there we go. I'm going to put this back in here. This in here. Pop it in the freezer. And then we are going to eat. We going to eat, baby. We're going to eat. I done showed you what I'm having. One more time. Chicken, eggs, rutabaga, onions, queso, salt, queso dip, and some seasonings. And, oh, I didn't take a bite of this. Pistachio and Equip Prime. All right, y'all. Have a good day. I love you. Bye.